What is up, guys? Welcome to the LiveList Podcast. Welcome back to the LiveList Podcast. I'm your host, Brandon, a.k.a. Toine, a.k.a. Gator from the South, a.k.a. B. And you'll get to know every last one of those alter egos in time, I promise you. We got some very special guests in the building tonight. Before we get to that, if you're here for an internet mix tonight, some good music from all around the world, you're definitely in the right place. If you're here for some good conversation tonight, you're definitely in the right place. Now, I really don't know if I'm being broadcast right now. It says that I am, but I cannot see myself like I usually can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and play our first honorable mention until people start rolling in, and then we'll get back to it a little bit later. What do you guys think? All right, and this is our first honorable mention, Cleve Diglow, Zulu. Am I coming up smooth?
Yeah.
Can you see me?
Yeah.
I just can't see. All right. As long as they can see me.
Yeah, we can see.
And like I said, I wanted to let you know I got a special treat for you guys tonight. I'm not the only one here. I'm not by myself tonight. Wow. This is the Live List. My guest tonight probably needs no introduction. TV personality, DJ extraordinaire, DJ Eclipse, aka Shanada R. Would you like to say something to the people?
Yo, what's good, everybody, man? I appreciate the love, man. And guess what? We got a lot of good information, stuff to get out and see what your opinions and ideas and stuff are, man. I'm just happy to be here.
All right. Thank you so much. And also, let me turn up the mics a little bit. Also, we have mother, college graduate, woman who don't take no shit, Jessica Shrivner.
Hey, everybody.
You gonna say something to the people? I know. I'm glad for y'all to be here as well. I'm just trying to fix our levels right now while we let people come in. I'm gonna play this music a little bit louder so maybe Cleve can hear his song. Oh yeah. That's some Cleve Diglow for everybody. Now he's from Chicago. His brother Yo A-Rab was on the countdown last week. Really good stuff coming out of that camp. I really appreciate all the hard work they do. We're gonna jump right into the next honorable mention until everybody else gets in. This one is Z Gang, some more Chicago boys, and their song "Catch Up." Brizzy Dunn in the house. Brizzy Dunn in the house. I think I froze up. I think y'all froze up. Let me see. No, y'all didn't freeze up. Y'all still right there. Can you hear it? So I don't know if they can hear the music. Can y'all hear the music, Dre? Brizzy Dunn in the house. What up, Cleve? Y'all let me know something, man. Can y'all hear the music? All right. That was, I think that was Catch Up. But I'm really not sure if y'all can hear the music, man. That's what I'm trying to see. If y'all sound off in the comments, let me know. Can y'all hear the music? Because I'm looking at y'all. I'm looking at myself. What's up, Cleve? I see you. Drake said no. Cleve said no. We cannot hear the music. So what is going on? What is going on, you guys? Brizzy Glenn says no. All right, so we're going to figure this out. Until then, we're going to have a little bit of conversation. What do you guys think about that? Now, we've all heard about this Kanye thing that's going on. We all know about this African Bambaataa. Do we know as much about it as we need to? That's what we're trying to sit here and find out tonight. Like I said, if you're just joining us, we're sitting here with DJ Eclipse, Shanada R of the Block Party TV show on Channel 21 right here in local Tuscaloosa, Alabama. We're sitting here with Jessica Schreibner, local celebrity, world traveler, chef to the stars, and we're having these conversations right now about Kanye West. Let's start with that one. Now, there's a lot that's been going on, a lot that's been said. You know, we can like his music, we can dislike his music, we can not like his politics, we can like his politics. But you know, at a certain point, and just my opinion, and that's why I'm glad we have this panel here to discuss. At a certain point, there stops being opinion, and there becomes a right. There's a hey, he's right. Those are facts. He's saying facts. Yeah, you might not like what he's saying, but they probably didn't like what Jesus said either. Not to use that played out example. But what do you guys think about it? You know, what do you guys think?
I think I'm tired of hearing about Kanye West.
Okay.
I think something is seriously wrong with him, and he needs to get some help. I think the things that he's saying, I don't, whether they're right or not, he's not going about them in the right way, so it's not getting. If they are right, they're not coming across as right because of the way he's going about them.
Yeah.
So I think you sit down and take meditation. Get yourself together, and then maybe come back.
Maybe come back.
Trump will be president.
You see, like,
go ahead.
Like the whole thing about it is that we all know that Kanye is opinionated. We definitely know that. We see that in various acts that he has done over his career and various things and stuff like that. And you know, he's a remarkable artist to say the least. And his art form, you know, you can't say too much about because he does numbers. But the fact that you're right, certain things that how he presents it comes off as if like, what are you talking about? Like what's really going on in your mind and stuff like that. And they was looking at the fact of course, him sitting down with the president. I was like, of course he would want Kanye. It's controversy, bring people and stuff in, and guess what? Re-election is coming. He want to find some type of way to connect, which is impossible to reconnect with the people that you done down your whole term. Like,
it would be different if they had a structured conversation.
True.
You know, like a crazy person. Come out how to happen for like Superman.
The Superman, yeah. Yeah, he felt like Superman. The hat gave him superpowers. It made him able to see that, you know, everything was a lie, that he had been seeing all these lies and that. And you know what? Don't get me wrong. You know, you can be a person that opens their mind up and says, I was wrong about that. Like I thought these people were here for me, these Democrats, this, that, or you know, whatever your that was in my this now, if that makes sense. You know, and Kanye's just experiencing that right now, but he's experiencing it through the lens of somebody who's already got a lot of things going on. And I know it's an excuse that you hear a lot, Donda and the mother and that thing. But I mean, but it's real. Like, this man is seriously, like, you can look at him and tell he might be genius and smart and rich, but he is seriously not got it all right now. Y'all excuse my power too. But you know, it's one of these things that really makes you think, like, if it were a different person saying it, if this were Barack Obama saying these things, we'd be hailing him as the second coming of Marcus Garvey. That's why, hence the title of the live. You know, why aren't people saying, hey, you know, Kanye, you saying some things like we were just talking about before the show, the African Union, the African freedom fighters, the economic freedom fighters, Julius Malema, the president of Uganda. You know, all these people are behind you, Kanye. They back him. They support him because of what he's literally doing right now. Not talking about what he's doing right now. What do you guys think? Sound off in the comments. You know, let me know. You can just say crazy, or I'm with him, or I'm not with him. I don't know. Just say something. Say something. Let us know what you guys are thinking about in the comments about this. But what do you think about what I just said?
Like. I feel like for a lot of for the majority and stuff of it, is that we are looking for too much information out of our artist. Yet instead of he's still only an artist, and we are really leaning on his words like he's probably like a political figure that can change and mold some things.
Yeah.
He's just an opinionated, emotional person. Sometimes he can be a tad bit distraught, and he acts out on emotion more than logic. You know, various things have happened to him and with him over the time of his career, and he just lost. I feel like a lot of this stuff that's so deeply opinionated that it lost itself within his words. And this ain't the Kanye that I'm used to seeing. This ain't the Kanye that I'm used to bumping that college dropout.
Yeah.
This Kanye here, man, like it just makes me look like what happened? Like, how are you coping with things now?
And we're at an age now where our celebrities do have more responsibility because people do look to them for information.
Yeah.
We shouldn't, but we do.
That's the thing. That's the big issue. You know, why do we? Why are we looking to Kanye and saying, well, he should be, you know, the moral compass? You know, Kanye should make good music. He should.
But he's not doing that anymore, really.
I disagree. I find that the last couple of projects that he's come out with have been, well, not the last couple. Yeezus and this very last one, The Life of Pablo. Man, The Life of Pablo was good as well. So Yeezus, The Life of Pablo, to me, he's dropped some classics in the last several years. But people are so worried about his message, you know, so worried about, you know, being caught listening to Kanye that they're afraid to say that, you know. But he's got some songs that Kanye's worst albums are better than everybody's best album. You know what I mean? To me, you know. But like I said, I'm going to let you guys talk about it a little bit more. I'm almost done fixing the music. We're almost there, guys. I really apologize. And we're going to get into this Africa Bambaataa thing as well. Coming up, I'm going to kick it to DJ Eclipse, and he's going to talk about a little bit about what he's going to bring to this show, as well, Jessica, what they're going to do for this show, what they're going to do for you. And basically, as the musicians that are watching this, as the people who are just tuning in, the people who are friends and family of the show, what we want to do is we want to bring you this content so you won't have to go anywhere else for it. You're already on your phone, you're already on Facebook, you're already on YouTube. why can't we have these conversations, listen to this great music, what we do anyway, together? Let's all do this. And like I said, I'm going to kick it to them so they can talk to you about that. And I've got to try to fix this sound. So you guys talk amongst yourselves.
So one thing I feel about is the fact that, you know, like you were saying, Kanye had put out some good bodies of projects. A lot of this stuff, especially with him when he was in London doing a lot of things, and had a definite hold on the outlook and development of a couple of his projects. I am a fan of development. I am a fan of you actually using your platform and various things like that to expand. He just goes about it the wrong way. I have probably fell off more from being a Kanye fan due to that, because I was a big Kanye fan. Like, he made some remarkable music. He's still a remarkable engineer and producer. It's just the fact that, like, what am I really listening to and support?
Yeah, it loses some value when I put rap up in crazy. You can't really appreciate it for what it is because of all the extra exclusions that comes with it. So it's like I'm not gonna say that I haven't enjoyed the last two. I really haven't listened to all the extra stuff that comes with it now.
Yeah, he's wrapped up in a lot of things, man. Like his mental state is questionable. You know, his work, man, like his bodies of work are so beautiful, but it gets overshadowed by the arrogance that he presents through his opinion. And you know, music is art form. Like, everything possessed in it is art form. And if you listen to a lot of the other things he has produced, you can kind of hear how chaotic his mind state
has always been. He's always been
a controversial person.
Always. And so it's nothing. Yeah, that's what really kills me. Like, it's nothing, like, everything that's going on with Kanye is nothing new. You know, it's the same people who have been, it's the same guy who has been saying all this crazy outlandish stuff for years. You know, now he just says it in front of Trump. And don't get me wrong, I completely get it. You know what I mean? The stuff that he said and the stuff that he did was completely inexcusable. I felt like he really should, you know, for lack of a better word, really cooned his way, you know, through that performance. You know what I mean? But just because, if you rate Emmett Smith had a bad game. You know what I mean? Randy Moss had a bad game. You know what I mean? I'm just not gonna sit there and just put everything I know about Kanye all on this one performance in front of Trump. And that's what it was, a performance. It was a minstrel show. He was putting on for Donald Trump. But that's what he does. He's an entertainer. He didn't do that because he was black. I felt like it came off very bad because he's black. You know, but if it had been any other white man doing that, they would have called him a brown noser or an ass kisser. And that's basically all he was doing. But like I said, the things that he's doing, and it does lose some merit because of what he said and the things that he's done. And that's what really kills me about it. You know, when we really look at it, we lose Marcus Garvey. You know, we were told back in the day that Marcus Garvey raped a woman and that he was a thief and a money launderer. So we stopped listening to him. We were told that Elijah Muhammad was a rapist of children and that he did all these things with no proof. We stopped listening to him. You know, and the list goes on and on. You know, we were told Martin Luther King, or he had, you know, other women besides Coretta. So what? You know, and we stopped listening to him. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Let me stop you 1 second. Having an affair, Martin Luther King with the women, and having sex with children.
I get that. But it was never proven. Anyway, go ahead.
But not listening to Elijah Muhammad, those things do take your message. They do discredit you as a person.
Absolutely.
So that doesn't mean. Unfortunately, it does. It takes away all your message. Takes away all the work that you've done, and that's unfortunate. That you. But that's on the individual. It's not on people. It's on the individual. But compare Elijah Muhammad, compare King.
They are not the same. One actually did a lot more for black people. But that's another conversation to me. You know what I mean? You know, but like I said, that's the conversation black people don't want to have. You know, that's the conversation people don't want to have. They don't want to talk about Elijah Muhammad. They want to say he was a child molester, he was a rapist, he did all these horrible things. They don't want to talk about the millions of jobs he created. They don't want to talk about the hundreds of stores he opened. You know, they don't want to talk about how, you know, they were government agencies literally came in. Anti-COINTELPRO is a government FBI, CIA program that was literally formed to stop Black Panther movement, the Nation of Islam. United States government came in. So who's to say that the United States government didn't make it seem like Elijah Muhammad didn't do all these crazy things? Who's to say that they didn't do the same thing to Marcus Garvey? That they didn't do the same thing to Martin Luther King? That they're not doing the same thing? Who's to say they hadn't slipped something in Kanye's water? You know, this is what we're dealing with. And that's when my conspiracy theories start coming out a little bit. But this that we're dealing with is deeper than the surface. I'm trying to tell you guys. Anyway, go ahead. You guys go ahead.
See, like, my thing is, like, even to have Kanye compared to these people, that is like, nah.
Okay. I got you.
Kanye isn't that much of a standard. Like, don't get me wrong, Kanye is a good artist and he makes some influential music. His statements have definitely made us think, definitely been controversial. But what Kanye he's not making that push right now. We're going to talk about an artist that was in like some type of political form. Of course, the first thing you'll think about is T.I. He's directly telling them, yo, yeah, you tripping, I'm not with that. Trump, F you. The last video he just put out was controversial. He was actually in the Oval Office.
Yeah.
In this suit. You know, had someone depicted as Trump's wife in there, stripping, dancing for him, exotically.
I saw that.
It was a situation.
Saw that.
Now, getting back to it is that a lot of artists have been controversial due to that, simply for the fact of this is what I think of this. This is how I feel about it. And with Kanye, we just put too much energy in Kanye. I feel like that's trapped energy. I feel like, you know, Kanye is a person and like his political mindset and means, it don't mean shit to us. Because I've been like, he's just being him. And we have built a lot of things to make his voice stronger than what it actually is. It like, if people understand the fact that we're the ones that control the policies and the politics.
Absolutely.
That's why I follow a lot of artists, especially with, what was my man, was it, not Gorilla Black, what was my man, man, in Atlanta, I can't remember the artist's name for nothing, man, but he's an active Atlanta artist, underground artist. He did a lot of stuff too with Outkast, and stuff too. But he's a big political set that's in Atlanta and stuff right now, man. He's actually doing things. Like one of the biggest conversations that we ever had was the fact of, okay, let's start enforcing more of an aspect of bringing resources in. Be like, if I was looking for a cloak, you make clothes. Why am I not shopping with you? Mm-hmm. Or let's just say that we're going to start going to the grocery store. Be like, yo, we're going to boycott out the grocery store. Nobody go to Walmart. Where you going to eat at? Who around here has the agricultural mindset, land, or harvesting tools and time to be able to feed you? So a lot of us will jump into ideas and thinking that this is the ideology we want everyone else to think with the resources not to support it. So like a lot of things that make you think, man. Kanye just be blowing steam. He feels some type of way. He's always been the one that wanted attention. He got the attention, more attention than what he wanted. Yeah. Right now he's going down this with the sneaker line, the fashion that he's creating. I don't know where his mind was at with this fashion, because that's just not his thing. He wants to be a revolutionary so bad in various things. You have been a revolutionary in music. You have done that. They can't take that from you.
Absolutely not.
But fashion is not your avenue.
Now, he has been successful with fashion. It's just that it's been the success has been questionable. You know, it's been more geared toward a different demographic than I can afford. I can't afford it. I can't do all that. Now we're going to go to some comments before we go any further. It seems like we have a little bit of a delay in the audio, so I'm going to try to fix that. I'm trying to work on that. One of the comments was that you got a little bit of echo, you got some delay in the audio. I'm going to try to work on that. And I was not able to get the speaker fixed. I don't know why it's not playing over my audio bus. I'm really frustrated by that, but I'm not going to leave. We're gonna have to ghetto this thing out. I'm gonna play your music, bro. So anyway, we're gonna get to the first song here on the countdown. Cleve Diglow. We're gonna play this music, man, one way or the other, cause that's what y'all are here for. That's what And we're gonna get to this song, and like I said, you guys leave your comments. This is Cleve Diglow, Zulu. And like I said, I really apologize about the audio not being the quality that it usually is tonight. But we're not going to have this podcast without you guys' music. It was your guys' music throughout the week. It was you guys' music that started this whole process. So I'm not going to go without playing this music tonight. It may not sound the best. It definitely does not sound the best. No, I gotta figure something out, bro. Can y'all hear the music? Can y'all hear that? Y'all let me know something. Sound off in the comments. That's Cleve Diglow, everybody. I finally figured out how to get this music to sound decent. It's not going to sound the best, but it sounds decent like this. We can do this. We can do this, y'all. That was Cleve Diglow. And I'm going to jump right into another one. Since we didn't have any music since the beginning, I'm going to jump right into the next one while we get ready for the next conversation. The next one, if I'm not mistaken, oh yeah, you're going to like this one. This is Z-Gang, Catch Up. I heard this one earlier today. It was one that I missed when I went through my submissions earlier, but I got it during the week, so it qualified. And it definitely made this list, which is my honorable mentions. Chicago in the building. You know how we do it here. We usually don't play the whole song, and we're not going to start today. You get about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, just to get a little bit of exposure on the show. That was one of the honorable mentions. Like I said, Z-Gang came out of Chicago with Catch Up. When I really didn't care for it, like I said, the first time I heard it, but then I heard it again, and I really kind of, it grew on me. So I had to make the honorable mentions. Now we're going to transition over into another subject. We're going to talk about this for a little bit, and then we're going to jump right into a couple more songs because we got such a late start. I don't want guys to start leaving because they feel like we're not getting to their music right away. But we're going to. I want to actually get to Jessica because I thought I knew the story. But I had no idea. We want to get to Jessica as she talks about this Africa Bambaataa situation. So let us know what's going on, Jessica.
Well, what I read earlier was there was a previous, someone wrote a book came out last year, and then did a radio interview where he said in his late teens that Bambaataa had molested him. Then after that, a couple more people came out who were currently in their 50s and in their late teens. They were going on tour with him, and he would proposition them. And it was from Billboard.com, and I'm looking at it now. Let's see. And apparently the Zulu Nation were supporting him at first, and then they took him down from his leadership position because more and more allegations were being made.
So do we know how many allegations, or is it a roundabout number?
I'm not sure how many there are currently, because you mentioned the news story, but I think there are at least 4 last year. Yeah. Now, there is a story that I have heard, and I know you probably have heard about this one. This is the guy recently, Africa Bambaataa's, one of these young men that we're talking about. He's a YouTuber. I'm not going to say any names. He released a video talking about this incident of sexual abuse, sexual molestation, because he was apparently a minor, or he was very vague on it. Now, by all other accounts, he was propositioned, just like Jessica was saying. It wasn't an actual. He didn't take it. He was propositioned with a thing. An adult was propositioned with something. At least we don't know the full details of exactly how old these young men were, because a lot of them could be just lying for money. A lot of them could just be lying for YouTube clicks, because it definitely made me click. You see Africa Bambaataa, sexual abuse. You're like, what? Not boom ba boom ba. No, not that guy, But apparently, the guy put the video up, and he actually talked about how, as a result of the sexual abuse he received at the hands of Africa Bambaataa, that he actually began sexually abusing other children. And he definitely took that down right away. I guess he thought he would get support from that, because he said something to the effect of, hurt people. That's why I went out and did these things and blah, blah, blah. And I guess he thought people were going to say, oh, well, it's okay, bro, But no, they were actually like on him. Like, would you just really just say that, So there's a lot of layers to this. Africa Bambaataa, to my understanding, he has not spoken publicly about it. I think that's what you were saying. The Zulu Nation had come out and said something. Have you heard anything about this, Sean?
Actually, now, as far as the follow-up and stuff on it, I haven't. This has been something that been some material that, like you're saying, was a while ago that they had conversed about this. Of course, him being taken down from his position also was made public. The Zulu Nation, of course, tried to definitely keep it in-house, but with so much release of information, man, like, I always thought that it was strange, but I didn't know how deep the details were until later on, because it was all accusations and stuff then. But the fact to have somewhat of some hard material and stuff for it, it kind of makes you look at it. And plus, he's a legend. Legend,
one of the legends. Like, that's why it was so. That's why it was a little bit disheartening to me, when I heard it, because all my uncle you would listen to, was that Africa Bambaataa, and that Sade, and different. That's what we grew up on, and now to hear stuff like this. And now, don't get me wrong. If he is a gay man, there's nothing wrong with being a gay man. Listen to me out there, people. If you're a gay person, there's nothing wrong with being that way. Don't let these people fool you into thinking you got to commit suicide or you're going to hell. Do what you want to do. Worry about the rest later. You know what I mean? That's the way I feel about it. If anybody else tell you any otherwise, then listen to them if you want to. But I said all that to say this. Africa Bambaataa, if you're a gay man, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, if you are a man who propositioned young men for sex, there's nothing wrong with that. You did what you thought came naturally to you. Now, if these were children, you know, if you were in this such position of authority, and I think that's the issue, am I correct? The position of authority, and I think that's something that has been popping up more and more lately. These men in position of authority, more white than black, but black and white in America especially. Abusing their positions of authority. What do you guys think about that?
Proposition and molestation are different.
They are.
So it just depends on, like, some of the reading that I had earlier was actual molestation. And it sounds like the video of the guy you're talking about was molestation. If you want to proposition somebody and say you want to say it's like that's your business.
Yeah.
But molestation is different.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely,
I agree with that.
Like
wholeheartedly.
The whole situation is just unnerving for the fact that even a man in their position, especially of that much knowledge, even proposition someone for anything as far as on a sexual act. So the whole act period, regardless if they were young or not, you know, was something that you wouldn't see, you wouldn't expect for a person who's representing such a strong group of people.
Yeah.
I'd be like I couldn't just be like, you know, I wouldn't expect that from him. Because I'd be like, you are idol to so many. A strong black figure at that. Like, that's not nothing that would engage in. As far as like I feel like anytime, man, a man with that much knowledge or a woman or whatever try to use their knowledge in order to manipulate a situation in order to get something out of a person of a younger mindset, or, you know, for that person to gain is crazy to me. And the whole fact of the homosexuality, as far as what it is, like, and that's what you want to engage in, you know, it's fine. You know, you can be open with it. I teach my son every day not to judge, but that's not natural. You know what I'm saying? I teach him that. I talk to my daughter, like, you know, there's nothing wrong with what you want to do as far as making a decision, but I do make it known, like, well, you know, son, you know, we don't judge people of that nature, but just know this is not a natural act.
And let me clarify, and I want to make sure I clarify when I say, do I think that's a natural act? Yes, I want to clarify. You know what I mean? I want to put myself on record, because just the way you just did, yes, I do believe that if that's what you want to do, then do it. Anything that you want to do on this God's green earth, on this molecule field, sunlight, bleached earth, you know, I feel like do it. As long as you're not hurting nobody, as long as I'm not beating down your door, knocking you in the head. What I do in my, you know, what a person doesn't. What I do in my bedroom is women. So that's not. but what you do in your bedroom is not my business. What do you think about this, guys? I see.
I think sex is natural. All forms of sex is natural. It's sex. People have preferences. You prefer a little booty action. That's what you like.
What was the title? What was the title again? Because you kind of
booty action.
Booty action.
If you prefer with another man, then that's you. If you're a woman who likes a woman's vagina, then that's you. The whole thing that now, as a mother of a young black man, boy, do I want my son to be gay? No. I think it's a hard life even now. I pray that he isn't, but if he is, then as a mother, I'll always support him and hope that he knows that that's okay. I hope him to be a strong man and stronger than himself. I do not want my son to be gay, but I do want him to know that sex is natural. It's what it is. We have preference.
Yeah, most definitely. Like, I'll be like, you know, I'm kind of old school with it. I feel like that, you know, the natural element of it is that you naturally, and within it, you have intercourse with someone that you can reproduce with in order to form a family and expand.
That's not sex. That's reproduction.
But in the mix of it, sex was placed together in order to construct, form, and expand.
Biblically, yes.
Not even in a biblical form.
Let's hold that thought. Let's get to our next song. We're gonna get to about 2 of them because we've been going. This is a good conversation, you guys. Thank you for keeping it locked with us, man. We're gonna try to get to a couple of songs first, and then we're gonna get right back to this conversation. You guys keep it locked. Right now, this one is number 15. Actually, our first 15 on the countdown. Humble Chief. This one's called "Ride." Ride to this. Damn, if y'all just joining us, man, thank you so much for doing so. I just looked and saw that we had like 11 people. I said, wow, thanks so much. That was Easy Humble Chief. Ride to this. Ooh, what's going on? What we talking about? That's us, huh? We're talking about some things. We're talking about sex, reproduction, talking about Africa Bambaataa, talking about Kanye. Right now we're talking about this Africa Bambaataa thing and this whole the whole notion of him being a strong black male figure and being apparently a homosexual male. Is that a bad thing? In the black community, we look at. We had a comment. Let's go to Cleve Diglow's comment. He said it's hard. It's a hard situation to touch on because people be having a lot going on and we be blind. Yeah, that's absolutely right. Would you expound on that a little bit and let us know what you're meaning by that? I mean, I get what you're saying, but kind of drive the point home if you don't mind. Let us know what you're thinking about that. And while we do that, you guys sound off. Let me know where you're listening from in the comments. Let me know where you're from. Brizzy Dunn, if you're still here, we got you coming up. Everybody who is here, thank you so much for being here. We're going to keep it rocking on the countdown. Go to number 14 and let you marinate on that question. What is number 14? I have to find it first. Oh, you baby. I like this one. A lot of dead air right now. I usually do not do that. I apologize. A lot of dead air. It's all good though. I apologize, guys. We're trying to get the songs loaded up. We had a technical difficulties tonight, but we are not going to let that stop the show. When have we ever? This is right now, You Baby by Ty L. Submitted to me this week by Robert Culture, a good friend of the show. This is some neo soul for you. I don't know where she's from. Maybe she can. Maybe you can let us know, Robert. You guys say something. Say something. Sound off. Y'all look so dry in the comments tonight. Coach Draven says he's calling from Guam. I think you're lying. I know you. You're from Reading, Pennsylvania. Wow, if you guys aren't doing so, go ahead and share us out, man. We really appreciate it. You know, you can share in your phone, actually. When you go to share, you can click it right to people you think that would like this show, right in your messenger. If you don't want to do it, if you don't want to put it on your timeline. You can also share it to any groups you're part of that you think might like the content. Just go ahead and do that. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe so you won't miss out on the content. Nights like tonight don't happen all the time. But I think it's a good night, man. We've got our co-host in the building. We're having a great live. I think this is a great conversation. Some beautiful Ty L playing. We got people here. That's all that matters, right? Are you in the building? I am. Oh no, Robert says she's from Guam. See that? I was ready to jump on it. He already knows. Robert's a good friend of the show. Really good friend of the show. All right, thank you so much. Number 13 on the countdown. That was a little Ty L with You Baby. I don't know why that keeps playing. Like, they keep trying to play me out here tonight, man. They keep trying to play a player. I mean, I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like, every time I try to do something, like either my phone's messing up, my line's messing up, something, they trying to get me, bro. But they will not do it, man. They will not do it. Cleve said, yeah, we in here rocking, bro. That's how we do, bro. Eric Johnson said, y'all funny. Ty Ellis from Guam. I've never left America. I have. That's a different story for another podcast. What about you guys? Have you guys never left America? While I get this next song loaded up.
Actually, yeah, Germany. Actually, when I did have a brother of mine, he plays football in Germany.
Okay.
Man, like, I haven't made too many actually trips out the country, though. No more than probably cruises or something like that. Other than that, like, I haven't. Now you don't stir my mind up. I need to set up some travels, man.
Then go holler at your girl right here. She be all in Mexico and like.
Mexico twice on a cruise. I was to Mexico 3 times and Niagara Falls.
Yeah, I mean it's still America, and it's different. Yeah,
they said the Canadians sound a little nicer though. You know what I'm saying? They hit you with that little sound, a little nicer, the air smell fresh. They say it's really nice in Canada. Like I've heard, like if you were gonna leave America and you gonna move anywhere else in the world, it would be either Canada or France. But I don't know about France. They get. That's another story. But anyway, I'm gonna get into this next song. Before I get too sidetracked, this is a submission that I got earlier in the week. I really liked it, really digged it. This is a young girl who actually went viral several years ago. I didn't realize I was actually speaking with her until I just happened to look back at one of those viral videos that she did. Maybe about 2009, 2008, she had a video that had 1 million views within a day or two. This is her, 10 years later, still grinding, still doing her thing. This is HJ's Lyrical with her song Pieces. Number 11.
All right, thank you guys so much, man. That was HGH Lyrical, and I got to tell you, man, I am a fan. I am a fan. Every time I hear her rap, man, I am a fan. It was hard to actually put this list together because she submits every week. And I don't want to seem like I have the same artist on every week, but it's hard not to put her in the top ranking every week. HGH Lyrical, really thank you so much for that submission. What do you guys think? Should we go ahead and speed through another couple of songs, or should we get back to the conversation?
It depends on how you want to run it back with this show.
You know, we got people here. You know, everybody's having a good time. It looks like EJ is saying, "What's up, B? Cleve Drave." Drave is saying, "Jessica, you and I are gonna co-cater the live list meet and greet." And he doesn't know when, but he's putting it into the universe right now.
Who is this?
This is my good friend Robert Cosgrave, and he's actually what I call the CEO of the company. You know that we're starting together. He's my right hand man. He's always there. You know, just a call away. And if he says this, he will do it. He's an artist from Reading. He's been in the game a long time. He's got some really great tracks. But he's a type rapper. He likes the horror, hardcore genre. And it doesn't have as much of a fan base as the auto-tunesy pop, stuff. But he does what he likes. He's a principled man. I really appreciate that about him. He's a very good businessman as well. But anyway, that being said, let's get another song in. Let's get another song. Then we'll jump back into some more conversation. What do we have coming up here? Let's find out. We got. Oh no, you guys are really gonna like this one. This one is Mr. Flavor, reggae artist. I think he's from St. Vincent. We're gonna go ahead and play him right now. I don't know if you guys have been to any of my lives, who was here, or who is going to check this out later on the rebroadcast. Have you seen any of my lives? You kind of know what I do. And this is kind of somewhat it, but it's more fast-paced. It's way more fast-paced on my other show. But I met this guy, and some guys like him, and I just love this sound, bro, and I think you guys will too. Mr. Flavor, and the name of the song is My Way. It's going to seem kind of familiar to you. EJ, what's up, bro? Please share if you haven't already. Please share any groups that you think might be interested in this. Any friends, you can share directly to them. What's up, Brazine? Brazine Glenn. If I'm not mistaken, he's from St. Vincent as well, Jamaica. And you're also on the countdown. I don't know if I told you or not. Thank you so much for being here. I know that time difference. All right, thank you so much for that one, Mr. Flavor. Now, that was such a dope song, man. That's actually a remix, if you don't know, of a Frank Sinatra song. I did it my way. I heard that, and I heard the way he done it, and it spoke to me. I always liked the original, and this one definitely not as good as the original. I don't know if you guys think it was or not, but I did like that rendition. So I thought it deserved a spot on the countdown. Now, we're going to take a break really quickly. Before we get to the top 10, the top 9, because that was number 10, we're going to talk about a little bit more about this Africa Bambaataa, this sex scam, this sex situation. Why is it that it is not okay? I mean, what do you guys think? You can sound off in the comments. Is it okay to be gay? If you are a gay, if you are a gay man and you're listening, let us know. What are you thinking? Like, what do you think when people say, "Oh, that's not natural," or that's not right, or that's not the way it's supposed to be? What do you guys think? I'm going to turn it to my panel, and they were just having some really robust conversation over here about that, and actually sex, molestation, the difference between the different words we use, molestation, rape, all this kind of different stuff. So I'm going to turn it back over to them while I get the next song, a couple songs loaded up. Go ahead.
I feel like Brandon putting him on spot.
Yeah, he sprinkled a little bit on that.
I sprinkle.
But I'm fine with it.
I sprinkle a little.
But like, just like we was conversing and stuff about, man, like I look at it like, of course, like you can't help how you feel about someone, or if it goes to that level, it just is. You know, certain things you are in tune to. But like, that's one thing about it, is that I do preach the fact of, do what makes you happy, but not at the expense of others. So like, that's one thing that I do. I converse with my babies about it, even with my brothers or whatever. Get the information, and I really feel like a natural element, is a man and a woman. I'm not shooting or shaming whatever you do outside of that, whatever your preference may be. But this what I preach to mine. So like, never judge. If that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. They made the decision for that. But I look at it in the natural aspect, like, so I would definitely want you to have a family, and you can build that with this woman. Yeah. I don't know about you bringing Terry. You get
Terry, and you and Terry can't have kids. You can't impregnate Terry. Y'all can go and live in Aspen and just go ski or whatever whatever they do. But you're not gonna have kids. You know what I'm saying? So that's the big thing. Like, when you say not natural, is that what you mean? Are you saying that because they can't procreate, it's not natural, or is it the sex act itself that's not natural?
Like the sex act itself is something that you are building a connection with that person, or to engage, because it won't engage unless both parties are pretty much, they feeling each other, turn on for each other, whatever the case may be. But as far as it's natural to be attracted to someone, but you have to look at the fact of how it is progressed forward. Like, I can't make a family with a man.
But then there are also heterosexual couples who can't procreate naturally. There are also heterosexual couples that like booty action. So it's like natural, unnatural. Who are we to say what's natural and what's unnatural? Because then I don't say demonizing, but you're I don't think procreation should be your. It shouldn't be how you determine what's natural. I'm not saying that's what you're doing. I'm just saying that being able to procreate with someone doesn't make what you're doing any better than what somebody else is doing. It doesn't make what you're doing more natural. Because it may not be natural to you, but it's just as natural to Tom, Dick, and Harry to be attracted and have sex with Joe, Rick, and Bob. So just because it's not natural to you doesn't mean that it's not natural to somebody else. So I think you personally have to be careful about saying what's natural because it just isn't. Everybody's different.
Yeah, I feel like at some point when a lot of times when I see situations where they have like same-sex relationship with various things like that, one is gonna get active. Sorry. When I see a lot of the same sex like relationships and stuff like that, it be various things that took place to alter their minds. They could be like, this is what they like.
You have to be careful of that too.
Nature versus nurture.
That's actually definitely what I was talking about.
That's the case. Some of the times, but not all the times. You have to be very careful. Well, you don't have to. That's your opinion. But I would just say there are people out there who feel like they've always been that way. Nothing traumatic has happened to them to make them be more attractive. And that's also, people use that as excuse a lot with men. But what about women? You don't always say the same thing for women.
Definitely and stuff for that. Like I know my mom, like she was old school. My mom was just like, yo, you don't play that up in there. Like my mom was just so rough and stuff with it, which she always gave us a choice. She just wanted us to know what she thought was right, and we was always able to have that open choice and stuff with it. So I just always be on the fact of do what makes you happy, but not at the expense of others, of course. Do what's a natural, like you were saying, what's a natural element for you. But I just be wanting them to know the fact of, you want to build a family and this and that.
There are homosexual couples who have families.
But how can you explain to your son wanting to be that, and you have a male figure that's...
Hold that thought. Hold that one. That's a good one too. We're gonna get to one more song, and I think what we're gonna do, because these conversations are so good, we're gonna have to break this up into 2 parts. We're not gonna be able to finish this tonight. We're just on song number 10. So maybe after song number 8 or so, we're gonna just finish this conversation and then come back to the countdown another night, because this is good stuff, man. We got, like, usually if I'm not playing music, people are jumping off my live. we're still holding 8-9 strong right now. I really appreciate you guys for being here. It's you guys, it's these people right here, man. Like I tell you, this conversation is what has been needed. Anyway, right now we're going to play one song, then we're going to get right back to the conversation. This is Real Love by Regina Hicks. Now, I don't know where she's from, but I know that she has a beautiful voice. She submits to the show quite often, and this is one of my favorites of hers, Real Love. We're going to go to the chat line and see what's going on here. Let's see what's been said. Jasmine said she's here. Thank you, baby. That's my wife. Drake said, I got some fire cooking up. Rose Savage out of Reading, Pennsylvania. You definitely want to keep an eye on her coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Cleve Diglow, just waiting on Rose to drop her part, and we send it to Cleve. Cleve Diglow says, B, thanks again for the support, and your show gives me something to do. Most nights. I just tune in and watch real music. I really appreciate that, Cleve. That's just a side conversation y'all have. I love it. I love it all. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Regina Hicks is from somewhere in Tennessee. I know that she is up for some awards. R&B Singer of the Year, Underground R&B Singer of the Year in her area. Also several others. When you get a chance, check out her Facebook. It's spelled Regina Hicks. I will put it up in the description, just like all the other songs that have been played tonight. Regina Hicks, everybody, one of my favorites, actually. Like I said, she submits to the show quite often. She has one called Trophy, Real Love, Ultimatum is also a very good one. Check out some of her work. Like I said, look her up on Facebook, Regina Hicks. And you know, I know I said we were gonna jump into some more conversation, but I really want to go ahead and get to a couple more of these songs tonight. So I'm going to go with. Now, I really like this one. I think you guys are really going to like this one. I didn't even hear this until, I think, this morning sometime. I just happened to look at my email and saw this from like 2 or 3 days ago. Lee Banga. And I wasn't able to get up with him to let him know that that he was on the countdown. So maybe I'll find him tomorrow and he can, check this out. But I really think you guys are going to like this. Lee Banga. It's getting better and better as the countdown goes on, and you might have to wait for the top 7 until tomorrow. But right now, this is My All by Lee Banga. Did he get back in here? Guys, my puppy is crazy, bro.
He probably picked through the door.
He get back in.
He picked through the door. I told you he actually was all back there. I said, well, go ahead then, man.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Let me get this puppy situated. This song, I'm gonna let this full song play out. Well, like this. Come on, man. You can't be in the show. They don't come for you. Anyway, we're back. Sorry, bro. Lee Banga, man, appreciate that one, man. Like I said, when I heard that one yesterday, you're gonna really want to hear that whole track. Check out Lee Banga, LEBANGAH. Links, it's in the description, like I do all of them. Lee Banga, I'm pretty sure it's on Facebook, but you're really gonna want to check that one out. Now, one thing that we were talking about earlier that we really didn't come back to, and I really wanted to, how the Kanye thing and the Africa Bambaataa thing kind of tie together. You know, I may be putting things that are not there. This dog is driving me crazy. But you look at what we were talking about with Kanye, about how his credibility was weakened by his actions. The things he said and he's done have allowed people to discredit him and everything he says, right? Well, we got this man in African Bambaataa who was a strong figure and leader, and everybody wanted to do everything that he wanted to do. The Zulu Nation was it. If you late 80s, early 80s, I guess, like I said, my uncle's generation, that's what they, that's what he talked about. That's what they grew up on. And now he's seen as this homosexual that just molesting all these kids, When we got Kanye sitting here that's going to Africa, that's literally trying to get Africans water and literally, building wells and bridges and empowering these governments to be, self-sufficient from the West. Are we killing the messenger? I don't know no other way to say it. Are we killing the messenger?
He's killing his message.
I guess.
Because people do that type of work all the time, and they don't put on the show that he's putting on. So killing himself. He killing himself.
Okay, and you feel kind of the same way?
Yeah, he kind of shot himself in the foot on a lot of things, man. Because I feel like if you are genuine about what you're doing, there's no need to broadcast it. But the people that you are affecting are the ones who need to know the information anyway.
Yeah, but it's not just only him that's broadcasting this information. It's the people in the places that saying, "Hey, look what Kanye is doing for me." I'm sure he's not going around with a camera saying, "Look at me, I'm Kanye. I'm going to videotape everything I do." I'm sure paparazzi's there and they see this stuff and they see him do it. Just like with the other day, my cousin, they actually don't cover a lot of it. And maybe, like you said, because of the message. I have a cousin who is a very good friend of the show, actually a contributor to the show. And she sent me an article about Kanye when he first went to Africa and was handing out water and was speaking with the Ugandan president, like the day it happened. No news coverage. Nobody's saying, wow, that's incredible. Nobody's really ever had these conversations and been taken seriously. And the people who have had these conversations and were taken seriously were murdered. We talked about Gaddafi earlier. We talked, and the list goes on and on. Any thoughts on that?
Like, especially with that aspect and stuff of it, like, I feel like you can't really talk about the African reform within our time period without mentioning my man Akon.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that Akon's doing lots of things, and we're not hearing about them because he's not putting on a show. He's doing the work. He's not doing it so he can make himself look good.
Yeah, I feel like like, it's just so hard for me really to take Kanye serious on anything. Like, I feel like we put too much energy into him. He's an artist. He entertains. His job is to entertain. He's not a politician. He's not making those political statements and runs. Like, there's no way possible in my life that I would sit down with Trump. His level of ignorance would not rub off on my energy.
So you wouldn't, if Trump said, hey, we got to figure out a way to get prison reform, reparations, I'm going to do this, I'm going to figure out a way to get this done. No other president has ever wanted to do this. I'm not saying he will. I'm not saying that I'm thinking that he will, because he probably fucking won't. You know what I mean? But, if he were to say this thing, there's no way you would sit down with Trump.
First of all, that's an expertise that I am not familiar with. So therefore, me sitting down with him want to get in and resolve, because that's not my place of knowledge. Now, if that was the case, we could be able to get people who worked in these very different things to be able to sit them down and come up with something that's going to be concrete and will work. And that's one thing about it too. He's trying to speak with Kanye on that level to do that. Like who is he to speak and be the voice for us?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was clearing my throat, but his wife had already gone to speak to Trump about that too. But who is she? But she did get somebody out.
She did help.
But Trump, Kanye is being used just like the black preachers that went up there who were told they were going to talk about one thing, and they went up there and they just looked silly to the rest of the world. Like John Gray. I was a big John Gray fan, but now I look at him like, you just silly, bro. I can't take
now, which one was John Gray? Was he the one with the contacts? There was
you mean the prophet.
I don't know if he was the prophet, the one that wore the contacts and it was, and Trump is the best thing.
Oh, no. John Grant, he said he worked previously with Joel Osteen, and he has a show on OWN, and he's all over social media. But it just makes you look silly, and it makes me feel some type of way about you, that you would be used that way, because Kevin Whale, he had no intention of actually speaking with you all about anything of substance or making any changes with y'all. Y'all just went there for a photo op, and he just made it sound silly.
All dogs go to heaven. So like my whole thing is like I'm not really a big fan of the mega church preachers due to the fact of that you have so many members and stuff, and why aren't you being more of an impact in these communities that you are in? You making millions, like you driving $300,000 cars to church. So like my thing is that like how are you really contributing? Joel Osteen left a bad taste in my mouth after what? And you had a facility of that magnitude that was open that you could have housed these people in. And if you were worried about the actual condition or state it would have been left in, you could have easily got security to come in or whatever, monitor some things. But the fact that you had a resource that was open and didn't use it, and those same people afterwards came back to your church to support, like he left a bad taste in my mouth. And stuff like that. But once again, man, we are looking at the fact of if I'm going to speak on something, I need to have some type of knowledge on it. We look for a lot of these entertainers and various people to speak on our behalf, or to be knowledgeable. Like I wouldn't. T.I. is doing a great job. T.I. is not a politician, but he's gotten into it. He's become more familiar with the politics.
But that's who Trump is picking, because he knows, because it's all just a photo op for him, and he knows it's going to stir up stuff. He's not picking any actual black politicians to speak with or to make changes with. He's picking jokes.
Yeah, he's a puppet master. He's a puppeteer. All you doing is pulling strings on those that allow him to. Be like, just like once again, there's nothing possibly that me and Trump can sit down and converse about unless you want to come to the neighborhoods locally here and then put together something as far as a community-based plan or something that's going to expand educational resources. Other than that, I can't talk to him about nothing else. Being able to put those people in those positions to converse with them to actually make a difference is what needs to be done. And Kanye is not one of those people.
I get that. I just think that if we have the opportunity, because we got so many people that go up in there and that don't do nothing. We got what's her name, Omarosa, that stayed in there for 2.5 years and gets out and writes a book and talks about all this. They're making decisions for us, without us, about us, without us. I'm like, weren't you there?
Yeah.
So, what the fuck did you just say? Was that a Freudian slip? You know what I mean? But anyway. I just feel like when we get people that are not afraid to say what they really feel, I think that we shouldn't treat them like they're crazy all the time. Don't get me wrong, I feel like he is crazy, but I think he has a message that needs to be heard. And if we lit the lens of Vince Van Gogh cut off his ear, you know what I'm saying? The list goes on and on about these people who were insane, literally insane. Nietzsche, toward the end of his life, what did he? I think he saw a man beating his horse because he was walking down the road, and he ran over to the man and beat the man to fucking death because he was hitting his horse, and strangled him and tried to strangle himself with the horse whip, and they threw him in the sanitarium, stayed there till he died. And this is one of the fathers of modern psychology. These people that we say, oh, well, he's a little quirky, he's a little insane. Maybe they are the ones who are in tune with something that a lot just don't know.
A lot of the times they always tell you is that like creativity and insanity is on a close line. Like some of the greatest minds that we have ever came encounter with have been those ones on certain verges of things. But what is actually normal though? Like what is like your creativity can run far and be touched by so many different things, from who you engage with, certain things that you see, things that you learn here, or depict coming up and creating in your mind. That's how art is formed.
But what is he saying that's making you think he has so much to say?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. No, it's just the fact that it's being said. You know what I mean? Like and I'm gonna go to the next song after this one. I know this is a long fucking episode, guys. We were only supposed to be in here for an hour. We're already at an hour, and we're only at song number 10 or 9 on the countdown. So there definitely will be a part 2. I don't know if it'll be next week or sometime this week, and I might just do that one by myself because I don't know if I can get all these guys together again that quickly. But man, I really appreciate you guys for showing up and listening to this. This is what we should really be transitioning to. Now, the music, definitely, we're going to have this in here. But, man, this conversation is what we all need to be having. And, I'm going to answer your question right after this song. This is Mordecai, Birth Defect.
Randy, can I put my phone?
Yeah, go ahead. Absolutely. Yeah, go right ahead. Yeah, as long as it's not, if it's not plugged in anything, yeah. Now this is a UK artist. This to me yesterday. It really is good music. Check it out. Yeah, I'm gonna stop that right there. I don't know if that's over yet. I'm gonna stop it right there though. Don't have much time. I want to go ahead and speed through these. Now that was number 10. I really like that. The mix wasn't great, but I really like the lyrics and the vocals, the content. If you really listen to what he was saying, man, really dope stuff. Now, like I said, we're gonna move on to the next one because, like I said, we didn't expect to have that robust conversation. I didn't. I mean, this is a podcast, but it's been mostly about music, and I guess with three individuals, three minds, yeah, you're gonna have some stuff to come out. We've had some stuff to come out tonight, guys. Man, wow. Anyway, I'm gonna try to get back to this next song if I can find it. Oh, now this is Alabama artist. You're really gonna like this one. I think if you're from Alabama or South. I've been playing this one around the house all day. I think you're gonna like it. This is Believe That, featuring Loki by P. Rich. Man, this thing really just threw me all off tonight, man. I had all the songs loaded up, high def quality. I guess I didn't do enough tests because usually I have that problem. There's some problems with that one. But we're gonna get it worked out. Right now, this is Kilo Cole, aka P. Rich, featuring Loki, the Prince. Believe that. Right here from Alabama. All right, thank you so much for that one, man. He said it sounded like DJ right now. Sound like DJ Screw right now. Turn something down, bro. Respect. Okay, I got you. Sorry about that. What that was is the auto-tune. When people use a lot of auto-tunes on their song, when you play it over the microphone like I do a lot of times on my live show, it comes out very bad. And like I said, normally would not hear that if I would be able to play the MP3 version, the HD version. But tonight these technical difficulties, man. But even before the technical difficulties, I think we've had a really great show. I'm gonna end it here pretty soon because you know it's hard to keep people's attention for 30 minutes, let alone an hour and 30 minutes. But I really appreciate you guys staying here and rocking with me. I'm gonna end it on another song. I'm gonna answer questions she asked me to go first. What was that question again? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But let me answer that question. Let me answer that question a little more sanely. I feel like he's saying nothing that hasn't been said by other people that were more respected. And their message actually got across. They might have, Martin Luther King might have had an audience with the president. And Malcolm X. I don't know if he had an audience with the president or not. Who was the president around that time? May have. I don't know if a lot of these black leaders, even not even Che Guevara, a lot of these melanated leaders have had audiences with people who can actually affect change. And once you get in the building, I think that coming out with a win is the most important thing.
I was like, we still are preparing Kanye to act official.
But he's not. But see, here's the thing. He's not saying anything differently than what they would have said. He's not doing anything than what they would have done. He made a couple of boneheaded mistakes that we're crucifying him for.
But tell me how is he continuously making advancements?
He hasn't.
So remember this when Rock was in office, we had every possible member of hip hop, R&B, or whatever. Everybody take their picture, they post up.
Yeah, nothing.
Those are not political. I would expect.
Exactly. But see what happens. You just made a good point. You got Beyonce, you got Jay-Z, you got everybody hanging out with Obama, and nothing was done right. And now we got Kanye hanging out with Trump, and nothing's been done right. So while we jumping down Kanye's throat so bad it's not Jay-Z. So it's okay to say silly stuff and not give out everybody else. But it's not okay to say silly stuff and actually care about people and love and want to change and pass out.
It's the stuff he's saying. It's correct. Slavery was
He retracted that. He explained that. And
he gives too much credit to leeway.
We are that.
Shucking and jiving.
He definitely did that. He definitely did that.
Too much credit.
We got Dave Chappelle, prominent black community, right? Just yesterday, day before yesterday went on one of these late night shows, and they asked him, what do you think about Kanye? I think he's a genius. If he ran for something right now, I would vote for him immediately because it's rare that men like that to actually run for office. You know what I mean? It's rare that you get a man who isn't beholden to anybody who actually say what's on his mind to get up in there and do something. He ran today. I do. Not only him, several prominent members of the black come out and support him. Most of that I know when I scroll down timeline, I see these memes. Tell me what Kanye was wrong. You know what I mean? I see more of that than I see people actually speaking out against him. It seems like people will speak out against him when it's popular to do so. But when it's like right now, it's popular to say Kanye's a coon, he's that, which he has done. But there's no way you can tell me that you hadn't been a coon, that you hadn't put on your white voice. You know what I'm saying? Like it.
Put on your white voice.
Even when we associate with that, though, I speak with a level of understanding that was not my white.
Yeah. Okay, I get you.
Educational standpoint. If I come into conversing this, to converse with you on business, then okay, I know the fact of what you have to be.
There's a certain standard. Yeah.
There it is. And that's what we have come across. Like anything that's in advance of educated point that we say, white. I want to live like the miss me with that shit. Like one of the main things about the fact that just like he was getting in the Kanye is the artist put in a situation and glorified its ignorance. In that situation, we had a house full of representatives from the hip hop that was there. Nothing was done. These are not politicians. Kanye is not a politician. I was looking forward to any type of reform for anything. If they have their resources, revenue, their platform to expand with they come from or they consume from, why I expect the White House to speak for it?
Yeah, I get that.
So like with Dave Chappelle's option, like that's his opinion. I dare vote for him. If you, how can you run a country? Your life is falling. How do you lead up?
But doesn't that go back to what we were saying about earlier? About what have you done? Your life about what you do with others. We're talking about Elijah Muhammad. We're talking about what a person has done for a community, what a person has done for others, and when we speak about Elijah Muhammad, I can't name another black person other than themselves, Marcus Garvey, that has done more for black people.
Think about research for it.
Say again.
I've
done some research.
So what about this? In that same aspect, you have within this community around the corner that are putting together programs.
Oh yeah. And see, has Elijah done that has impacted you or your family?
But think about it, it would because he's not within the Muslim. They're going to take their own with
it. He made a statement that said, who else has impacted black community as much? How is it impacted?
Because I would tell you how is it impactful? At least 70% of black men after they get out of high school, they start searching for stuff. 75 to 90% of black get out of high school. They start searching for what they really are. They know that they didn't find it there. And they know they're not going to find it in college. They run upon Farrakhan. They run upon a couple of these people. But when they start really going back to the source, Mujahid Ali, Elijah Muhammad, Marcus Garvey, Haile Selassie, keep on going back mentally, keep on going back. Damn, Solomon, David, Noah, Adam. You keep back all these black men, powerful, strong black men, and they spoke and they said what they meant, did what they wanted to do. They didn't let anybody. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Even the aspect of that, that's still an opinion. True. Because had Rick did that. From what I know, it was fair and they look at them.
What I put it like this. What have Nation of Islam done is
they protect and invest within the Nation of Islam. Not anything outside of it.
I tell you like this. If you were like I was just going about, if you're a young man, you studying things, you run across Islam, you run across Elijah Muhammad, you read how to eat to live, you read Message to the Black Man in America, and then you realize, damn, I'm not the only black man that read this. Probably 90. I'm not gonna go that high. If you're a black man in America, you've read Message to the Black Man in America. Now, how is that not influential?
But
how to eat to live. Most people don't eat pork. Have read how to eat to live or Message to the Black Man in America. Say again.
See, I don't eat pork. I never read either one of those.
You never read either one. You've been influenced by them though.
No.
You have been influenced by them.
But this is the thing about it is that the influences that came alive in my life from various periods I have bought in and seen some of the things along with some of the bad. I stopped eating pork out of the fact that your body, how the fact that these animals are pretty much brought up, fed, and whatever else.
Yeah.
So I started to the fact of you always eat. So you get those characteristics that you eat a certain food in order to get a certain characteristic out of yourself. So if you are eating, you are getting a certain characteristic from the animal you are eating because you are eating absolutely. But like I've never read any of those books. I have heard people talk. They have a lot of them have been influenced and stuff about it. But like my particular path and journey went to the fact of when I ask questions and you don't have answers, why should I continue to ask questions?
Well, see, that's what Elijah gave most of the answers that they seek. Noble Elijah gave most of the answers to the questions that they don't have those questions anymore. Who is the black? Who is the black? Who is the white? Who is the white man? You know how old? How big is that? You know that's what Elijah Muhammad did. And like I said, you may not have read the books, but I guarantee you have been influenced by some of these works. And as black people, especially maybe not necessarily in the South, but it's just certain things that was brought over from the old world because Islam in the West is different than Islam in the East. It just is. Even the Muslims that travel here from the East, when they get here, they practice it differently. It's just a different vibe. I don't know if it's the energy change when they get up on the side. I don't know. But it's just practice differently.
But like even with them, they still get their opinion of a black man or their opinion on how you should live, and it's all of it is opinion. So it's true. That's what helps your opinion feel comfortable because they can be Buddhism, Christianity, whatever the case may be. Now, one thing about it is that I don't feel like you should shine out religion because a lot of us do that. They don't want to hear nothing else than what's in this. And I keep open mind on anything. You know, far as with that. So like my one of the books that actually influenced my change in life was written by Napoleon. Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon. I used to. That book really changed my aspect on how usage. You talk a lot about manifestation. You won't hear a lot about manifestation rather than religion because it takes away the aspect from the manifestation is strong.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's something that I involve myself. You know, I never pressure that type of ideology on anyone with that. So like it just many ways to look at Jordan's we look at and go through is an opinion on what something is supposed to be, how it's supposed to be done, or what it's supposed to look like. So like it's all about your mindset and what you want to do.
Well, man, wow. Yeah, just my mind is blown. No, I'm kidding. We've had such a great night, such a great conversation, such great music. Sadly, we're going to bring it to an end. Don't forget, this is the LiveList podcast. Special guest, soon to be hopefully a co-host every weekend. DJ Cliff, give it up for one more time. Jessica Schreibner. Oh my God. I'm gonna send this out on the track, you guys. I got this from my buddy over in I think he's in Jamaica, St. Vincent. This one's called Share Your Love. I played the day of the crowd crazy. We're stopping at number 7 tonight. The rest of the countdown. Sometime this week I will keep you guys informed. Wow. Another night on the live list. All right, this is like I said. Share your love. Brizzy Dunn. Raising in the building. Thank you so much for being here tonight. So much. You guys got anything to say before we try to get this out tonight? Nice to meet you, brother. All right, thank you guys so much, man. Come share your love with us every weekend, every Sunday.